Okay, today is the day that you are going to learn how to juggle. Now I'm going to teach you some real special strategies to learn how to juggle. We're going to start by just having you watch the juggling pattern. All right, you'll see that it's a figure eight shape. If you took a big 8 and laid it on its side, that's the shape that it is, a figure 8. Just watch the balls, because in the next few minutes we're going to teach you how to make those balls go in that path. Think of it as a path or a road that the balls are going to travel in. Right now they don't know where to go, so you're going to put them in that path, and I'm going to show you step by step how to get the balls to go where you want them to go. But first of all, just watch. See how the balls are traveling in a figure 8 shape. Just watch, let it burn into your brain. Just watch the balls, pick one, see how it travels through the air in the same path every time, a figure 8. Just pick one of them, see how they travel in a figure 8 shape. That's the path the balls are going to take. So watch them very closely. All right, we're ready. We're going to start actually with no balls at all. What you're going to do is you're going to take your fingers and pretend you have a piece of chalk on a chalkboard, and you're going to draw that figure 8 shape on the chalkboard so you can see it right in front of your face. See the figure 8 shape laying on its side in front of you. You're drawing it with a great big red magic marker on a piece of poster paper or a big piece of chalk on the chalkboard. Figure 8 shape. Now, because you're going to use both hands while you're juggling, you're going to have to be able to draw that figure 8 with your left hand too. And if you're right-handed, that's not so easy sometimes. So you've got to practice sometimes twice as much with your left hand if you're right-handed, and vice versa if you're left-handed. So draw that shape with your hand. Then you can drop the pencil if you want and just wave it through the air, wave your hand, because what you're doing is you're getting the shape that you're going to throw the balls in into your body so that you know it unconsciously. Just know the shape, switch whenever you want, switch back to your right hand, and draw that shape in the air. Draw it really small, and then really big. Draw it big with both hands, remember. You've got to practice with that other hand, the hand that you don't use very often, so that it gets some hand-eye coordination going. Because that's going to be really important as you learn how to juggle. So draw that figure 8 shape. Now, once you've done that for a while, you're going to actually grab one of the balls, and you're going to pretend you're teaching that ball where it's going to go. You're going to draw with that ball in your hand the figure 8 shape that it's going to be traveling through. Watch that shape in the air. And of course, switch. You see how it's going up in the middle, down on the outsides, figure 8 shape. Up in the middle, down on the outsides. It's a perfect little figure 8 shape. Remember, do it twice as much with your left hand, because you don't normally use your left hand if you're right-handed, and vice versa if you're left-handed. So be sure and teach that ball where it's going to go. You're going to go up here, down on the outside, up in the middle, down on the outside. Teach that ball where it's going to go. That's part of the secret of learning how to juggle, is knowing where the balls are going to go. They don't just go up in the air. They have a particular path that they take so that they all have space enough to move. All right? And do that a lot. The more you do it, the more strong the foundation is that you're setting for your juggling. Draw that figure 8 shape in the air over and over again. Once you've done that and you feel real comfortable and you're not going woo with your left hand, then you can start to throw one ball in that shape and really exaggerate the shape, which means really bring your hand rounded on the bottom of the pattern, rounded on the bottom of the pattern, so the ball is still traveling in a really exaggerated figure 8 shape. You see how it's nice and smooth. All the corners are smooth. So it's a perfect figure 8 shape. All right? Keep your hands about shoulder width apart and throw that ball. You see it's hitting a peak there and a peak over here. Not just one in the middle, but 2 different peaks, because it's a figure 8 laying on its side. You're going to throw the ball up in the middle and it comes down on the outsides. This is the classic juggling pattern. Just one ball. Now you're going to do this approximately 100 million times, and then we'll move on to the next step. Make sure that you're doing it right. Focus your practice on one thing. Right now I'm focused on really exaggerating that figure 8 shape. I can see the shape in the air as I juggle the ball. Back and forth. Figure 8. It's going up in the middle, down on the outsides. 2 different peaks, one over here, one over here. And the ball is really traveling in a figure 8 shape. Just keep doing that. The more you do it at the simple levels like this, the easier it'll be when you actually get 3 balls and you start to try to juggle. So really spend some time, like I said, 100 million times on this step right here.